Hello, in this video I will complete the spreadsheet question for summer 2016 course 0417 ICT. I will only be completing one question for this particular video because this has been requested by a student. So, task 3 spreadsheet. You are going to prepare a spreadsheet to manage the budgets and create charts comparing 6 global projects. Unless working in local currencies, display all currency values rounded to the nearest US dollar. The file 1631currency.csv contains information about countries and their currencies. Make sure that you use the most efficient methods to do each task. Question 14. Using a suitable software package, load the file 1631sheet.csv. So let's do that first. So here is 1631.csv. I double click on it and it opens like so. Okay, and the very first thing I recommend you do is click in the top left hand corner and just drag your cells out a little bit. By clicking in the top left hand corner, you highlight every single cell on the spreadsheet. And then by simply dragging the cells out, it automatically resizes every column in your spreadsheet. So I strongly recommend you do that, just so that it gives you a bit of room, you can see what you're typing in, rather than working in a little area like this. Okay, so please make sure you do that at the start of each spreadsheet question. Then the question says, I'm just going to highlight the sections I've completed, so I've done that. Okay, save this file as a spreadsheet with the file name 1631 underscore and then your center number, and candidate number. For example, and they'll give you this example here. So that's what we're going to do next. So I'm going to go to my spreadsheet here. Then I'm going to go to File, click on Save As, select the folder you're working in, then change the file type to Excel workbook, because if you leave it as CSV, okay, when you enter any formulas, they will not be shown if you save and close the file and reopen it again. So always change it to Excel workbook unless the exam question asks you to do it differently. So it's 1631 sheet. I'm going to say underscore, okay, and I've already created one before, so I'm just going to click on that, okay, and then I'm simply going to click on save. I'm going to replace it, but obviously you won't get this because you'll be doing it for the first time. Click on yes, and that's done that. Back to the question. I'm going to highlight this area because I've done that now. It says insert 2 new rows above row 1. So I click on the right hand side over here in the row 1 column. Whilst hovering over the number 1, I right click and I say insert, and again insert. Okay, that has now inserted 2 new columns above the data we've got over here. Okay, so I'm going to highlight that. Question 14 is now done. You completed 1 mark. In cell A1, enter the title TMCP Projects 2016. When you're revising, it's very tempting to copy and paste these texts out and just paste them into the work. I strongly recommend you type them in, because in the real examination you'll be required to type them in. If you get them wrong, sometimes you may lose marks for typing in something incorrectly. So I'm going to type those in, TMCP, and I'm just going to double check what comes next, and it's space projects 2016 space projects 2016. Press enter. I'm just going to double click here to make it a little bit bigger. Back to the question. In cell A2, enter your name, center number, and candidate number. So in A2, which is here, I'm going to put my name, which is Mr. ABC, comma, my center number is QA123, and my candidate number is 1234. Just going to make that a little bit bigger, like so. Back to the question. Again, you look at it, these two tasks, question 14 and 15, were not difficult. An exam board are giving you easy marks, so please pay attention when doing questions like this, because there are easy marks lost if you do it incorrectly. Question 16. Merge cells A1 to H1. A1 to H1 is here, so I click and I highlight them. Okay, you can go to merge over here, and I'm just going to merge cells. It hasn't asked me to merge in center, so I'm simply going to select merge cells. I've done that. Format this cell so that the text is center aligned with a white 36-point sans serif font. So I'm going to select this and select merge in center because it needs to be centered, like so. It needs to be a sans serif font. So that means we're going to choose Arial, because those are the only two font styles that we have asked you to use, Times New Roman and Arial. So sans serif is Arial. Text must be white as well, so I'm going to change that to white. Selecting white there. And the next part of this question says it has a black background color. So I'm simply going to go here, and in that merge cell there, I'm going to select the background color and change it to black. Okay, and the font size is 36. So I'm just going to change that to 36 because I forgot to do that, like so. And it should look a little bit like this. Okay, I'm going to save my work just there so that if something goes wrong, I've always got it there. So I've done that, I've done that, and I've done that. Again, easy 4 marks. Question 17. In cell B4, enter a function to look up from the external file 1631 currency.csv the name of the currency for Honduras. So I click under Honduras there, okay, and I've got to make sure that my file, the other file that it tells me, the 1631 currency, is open. So I'm going to go to my folder, and before I start typing in the formula, I'm going to make sure this file is open. When the file opens, it looks like this. Again, Excel spreadsheet, click in the top left hand corner and just drag them out a little bit so you can see every bit of data that is there. Back to the question. I'm going to press equals. Because it said it's a lookup, okay, we only ever teach you in our school how to use VLOOKUP. So I'm going to do VLOOKUP, open brackets. Now, we have to look up the currency for Honduras. Now, to look up the currency for Honduras, okay, oh, I just need to make this a little bit bigger so I can see. Skip. Let me just go back to here. So I can see all the cells. Okay, and then I'm going to type in equals VLOOKUP. Okay, I'm going to open the brackets. Okay, and my lookup value is Honduras because that's what I'm looking for. Okay, comma. My table array is going to be all of this file that we opened earlier. Now you can see that normally, okay, we have 2 columns. This time we've got 4. So each of these columns, A, B, C, and D, equates to a number. So if you wanted to return a result from column A, the next item after the comma I would enter is 1. Alternatively, if it was column B, then I would type in 2. C would be 3 and D would be 4. So we need to look over here, okay, where I can return the currency from. The currency is currently in column C, which means I need to press comma and select 3. My column index is column 3. So the formula should look up Honduras, find the currency for Honduras and display it. Comma, I would like an exact match, so I type in false and I close the brackets and I press enter. And you can see there is the currency for Honduras. I will go and check that that is correct, so that I'm not making mistakes. I'm going to find Honduras, which is there, and you can see that the currency listed here matches the currency that I've entered here. Now, it's quite obvious that they're going to ask a currency for that one, that one, that one, and that one. So I'm simply going to click in the bottom right hand corner until I get the fill tool, which is a black cross, click and drag it across, and then it enters the currencies for all of those countries as well. Next question. So question, and that's worth 6 marks, by the way, guys. So question 18. In cell B5, enter a function to total the amount of money in local currency for the Honduras project. Now, I need to work out how many times in this box, what the total cost is from here if it is Honduras. So listen to me again. The question says, in B5, which is over here, enter a function to total the amount of money in local currency for Honduras project. So I need to add the total money from the amount column, which is over here, if it is Honduras. So for this particular formula, I'm going to type in equals sum if, because we're going to add it if it meets the criteria. Then I open brackets. My range is the countries listed over here. Okay, and I'm just going to make that absolute so that it locks the cells into place. Press comma. My criteria is Honduras, which is B3, comma, and my sum range can only be these numbers because I can't add text. So I select all of these all the way to the bottom, like so. Okay, and again I can lock it into place, like so. Close the brackets, press enter, and you should have 1699.38. Okay, back to the question. Question 4 is done. Okay, and again, just to be equally smart, I'm just going to send these across as well, so it works out these as for the other countries as well, because I know I'm going to have to add them in later. In cell B6, enter a formula to look up. Automatically, you should know that we're going to be using lookup. From the external file 1631.csv, the exchange rate from the local currency to US dollars for Honduras. Multiply this value by the total for the local currency rounded to the nearest dollar. Now we have to use a VLOOKUP formula and we have to use the round formula. And this is how we're going to do it. So again, I'm going to keep my table array open, and in the US dollars box here, I'm going to type in equals. So I am going to start off with the round formula. I'm going to type in round, open brackets. Inside those open brackets, I'm now going to add a VLOOKUP. Okay, like so. There's VLOOKUP, and that opens another set of open brackets. Okay, my lookup value is going to be B3. Okay, because I'm looking for Honduras. There, comma. My table array is the same file as before, like so. When I select everything again, all the way to the bottom, like that. Okay, this time my column index is going to be column 4 because I want to return the result for the US dollar, exchange to the US dollar. So type in 4. Okay, and then I want an exact answer, so I type in false. Okay, I close the bracket, but now what I need to do is I need to finish off the round. Now what I need to do is I need to round the number, okay, which is in this cell here, which is B5. So I say times B5, comma, and I wanted it to, if you remember, to the nearest dollar. So that will be 0. I close the brackets, I press enter, okay, and it gives me this figure over here. Again, same thing, just drag it across so it fits all of those. Okay, and the US dollar must be in currency, so I'm going to right click, format cells. Okay, I'm going to go to currency and I'm going to select US dollar. Okay, there it is. Okay, oh, no, Trinidad and Tobago, United States. Press OK, and you should see that the US dollar is shown there. That is worth 5 marks. Finish that off. And it says replicate the formulas entered in step 17 to 18 for each project. I've already done that. That means copy them over. Okay. In cell H6, enter a function to add the total income in US dollars. So H6 is over here. Okay. And I need to sum all of these. So I'm going to type in equals sum, open brackets, select that, and just drag it across, and you'll see it will put the range in for you. Close the brackets, enter, and there is your total income. So that one's done as well. It says sort the list of individual donations into ascending order of project, then descending order of amount. Now remember, ascending is A to Z, and descending is Z to A. Therefore, we need to sort the individual donations into ascending order of project, then the ascending order of amount. So this is the project and this is the amount. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click in this cell. Okay, I'm going to go to sort and filter at the top, and I'm going to do a custom sort. I'm going to sort by, okay, and I'm going to move this to the side so you can see it. First, it's going to be by project. Okay, and if you refer to the question, it says project individual donations first into ascending order and descending order. Let me read that question again. Sorts the list of individuals into ascending order of project and descending order of amount. So project is going to be sort on values A to Z. You add a level. Next is going to be amount. Okay, and that's going to be largest to smallest. You press OK, and it gives you something like this. Okay, and you've got Bermuda at the top, and it's 95. So we've now done that question. It says apply appropriate formatting to all cells in row 3 to 6 inclusive. Now we already did some formatting by changing these to dollars, but now what we need to do is we need to format all of these so they show their individual currencies. Okay, this is quite easily done. You go to the Honduras one, you right click, format cells. Obviously there are other methods of doing it from up here in the ribbon, but as some of you will know, I'm old school. I love the right click option. Okay, so I've just got to find Honduras here. See if I can find it. Honduras, this is one menu I don't like. Hawaii, currency is Lempira. Bear with me whilst I find this. God, it must be in here somewhere. Honduras, there it is. Okay, L, Spanish, Honduras, just click in there. Press OK, and then I've got to find one for Indonesian. So I'm going to right click, format cells, again currency. Okay, and let's try finding Indonesian. Okay, there's none here. Keep moving down. Keep moving down. Keep moving down until you find the right one. Okay, there is Indonesian RP. Click on that. Okay, press OK, and it puts the RP there. Then Maldives. Right click, format cells, currency. Again, search for it around down here. Okay, there is Maldivian Rupiah. Okay, press OK, and that puts that in. And these are just dollars, so I'm going to right click, format cells, okay, currency, and I just need a symbol, so I'm just going to do English United States again. I mean, I could do for Jamaica, I could just see it there, so I can do Jamaica, format cells, currency, and drop it down. There's Jamaica. Okay, and it looks exactly the same, so I'm just going to right click on these, and again, currency. I'm just going to click English United States, like so. Okay, and it looks identical, so that's not really a problem there. Next, the question says, okay, so I've done the formatting there. Okay, next question says, save your spreadsheet. So let's do that because we haven't saved it in a while. So just click on save, and then it says print only the cells A1 to I6 showing the formula. Make sure it is in landscape orientation. The row and column headings are displayed. The contents of these cells are fully visible. So A1 to I6. A1 to I6 is there. 6. Yeah, A1 to I6, like so. Okay, and I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Print, and this time I'm going to say Print Selection because I just want to print that area there. I'm going to change my letter size to A4. Okay, the question says that must be in landscape orientation, so I change the orientation to landscape, so it shows me this. Okay, and the question also says the row and column headings are displayed, the contents of these cells are fully visible, and it's got to be formulas, which I haven't done yet. So I'm going to go back, keep that highlighted, and I'm going to say to formulas, and I'm going to say show formulas, like that. It looks really big. Okay, so I'm just going to make it a little bit, make it all the right size so it all fits, and the formulas can be seen. Okay, and just double click on these. You can simply just double click on one of these and it will do all of them for you like I did before. Okay, all the way up to there. Okay, and I'm going to highlight those areas again, like so. Okay, and then I'm going to go to File, I'm going to go to Print, make sure it's Print Selection. Okay, have I selected the right? Yeah, File, Print, and Print Selection. Okay, then we're going to go to Scaling. We're going to go to Page Setup. We're going to say fit one page to one page, so it all fits on one page. Okay, we're going to go to Sheet. We need to print the row and column headings. Okay, and the contents are fully visible, so let's have a look. Okay, press OK. You can see it's all visible. It's a bit small, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here and I'm going to increase the percentage to 30%. Okay, and some of it's got cut off. Okay, having had a second look at the paper, it doesn't actually say it's got to fit on one page, as long as it fits. Okay, as long as you print it all out. Okay, like so. I'm going to change that slightly so it's a little bit bigger, like this. Okay, a little bit more. 80. like that. Okay, I've got to have make sure, so I've done that bit. I've made it landscape, row and column headings are displayed, all the contents are fully visible. Okay, and now I've got to do this section where I've got to put my name, center number and candidate number on the spreadsheet. All I will do, okay, is I will go to page setup. Okay, I'll go to header and footer. Now it doesn't tell you where to put in your header and footer, so I'm just going to put my header, okay, in the left section. Just double check that. Okay, I need my name. Okay, my center number, Q8, 1, 2, 3. In the right section, I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that is that question complete. Okay, so I'm simply going to go to here, press OK. Oh, let's come back here for some reason. Press OK there. Press OK there. Okay, you can see my column and row headings can be seen. My name, candidate, center number, and candidate is at the top. Now, if I was actually doing this, I would just now click on print, and that will print across several pages. Let's go back to the question. It says print the spreadsheet showing the values. Make sure it prints on a single page wide. Notice earlier it did not say that it fits on a single page. Now it does, okay? Because obviously it's going to be not showing the formula. Instead, it's just going to be showing the values. So I'm going to go to formulas and remove show formulas. So it's back to this. Just resize these because sometimes they go a little bit big and you want them all to kind of fit. Okay, like so. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just click that one there so I can see everything there as well. Okay, and the question says printout fits on a single page wide. All contents of the cells are fully visible. So this time it wants you to print everything. So all we're going to do is I'm just going to highlight the area we want to print, like so. Okay, single page wide means single page across. It doesn't matter if it goes over 2 pages, but it must fit on a single page like this. So it can't go any further across onto second page. All the cells need to be visible like so. Okay, and then again, make sure your candidate number is at the top. It doesn't ask you to remove the column header, so I'm going to leave it. And if I was printing, I would click on print. Let's go backstage. Okay, so we've done that now. Make sure you have entered your center number. Yeah, done that. We did the values. Okay. Question 26. As soon as you see the word extract, you should know that you are going to be using a filter. It says extract only the data for Fiji and the Maldives, where the amount of the donation was more than 90. Okay, so I'm going to go to my question. Scroll up here. I'm going to click in the project column here. I'm going to go to home, sort and filter, and filter. The project, okay, I can either do text filters because there's only a few of them. I can untick them all and pick the ones I want. So I needed Fiji and the Maldives. So drop this down, untick them. I need Fiji and the Maldives, so I tick those. That gives me those. And the donation has got to be, sorry, let me get to paper. The donation was more than 90. So the donation, the amount here is going to be number filters is greater than, okay, 90. Press OK. That gives you these records here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 records you should have, and you can see they're all greater than 90. Okay. Now, print out this extract showing the values. Make sure the printout is on a single page. Contents of the contents are visible. Sorry, and I will just highlight this like so. Go to File, Print. All my details are already there. Okay, and I'll just print that. Easy. Okay, I'm just gonna highlight that because I've done that now. Make sure, and I've done that as well. All the values are there. Save and print your evidence document. Okay, and that is the end of this question. Thank you for listening.